For you, like, I know doing your tour like is a big deal because I feel like you're kind of doing something that a lot of LA artists have had trouble doing.
Yeah.
And that's like doing like a national tour.
Yeah.
You know, and I think like a lot of that is just the result of like shit, the last 15 projects straight of just, you know, building your monthly listeners. And I think like I've noticed like that for you because I think we always look at a lot of quote unquote LA rappers as having a certain ceiling, but I do feel like you've done a good job of like starting to break out of what that ceiling looks like.
For sure. For sure. Like my goal in the culture and my contribution is to bring something new to LA. And when I say new, is, you know, our culture and the way we operate out here is like the chill, hang and bang shit. And it also spill over into the hustle. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people do the minimum and expect the maximum. And, you know, another one of my things with branding is perception and making the impossible possible. Mm-hmm. And seeing, you know, light where other people don't see. And, you know, it is a market for us on the touring road, but you got to step out and build that shit up. So my goal is to, you know, just show motherfuckers that's coming up after me that, yeah, you can make millions as a West Coast artist doing West Coast shit. We got to just go open up these markets that fuck with us. So, you know, you may go do a show. I done had shows that I did, like when I did my very first tour, bro, that shit was... It was humbling, first of all. Right. But it didn't make me want to quit. It's like when I first got my first dope sack. Like, I had a quarter piece, and it took me forever to sell that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I kept going. So I done had shows where it's fucking 20 people there. Right. You know what I mean? In a 500 cap room. Right. And I rocked it like it was, you know. Sold out. Yeah. But that shit... that shit make a lot of people run and hide from it because you putting yourself out there and, you know, you creating this image of I'm already on and I got all this shit. So the steps that you got to take, a lot of people put their mind to where this image is fake it till you make it, already got it. Mm-hmm. So when it's time to do this shit, it's like it don't mesh with your brand, so you can't really grow. But my whole thing is to just, you know, let motherfuckers know it is money in touring. We do got a market, and like you could make M's like independent, and you don't need to fucking go to a label and have this whole fake shit going on and hope that you hit the lotto. Right,
because that's really what it is. You gotta, if you're gonna sign to a major, you kind of gotta hit the lotto because you kind of need a hit record to happen.
For sure.
And even then, maybe you don't recoup, and then
you're never really gonna recoup because.
That's how it's set up.
It's set up to never recoup. Look, the average artist, 90% of niggas deals is like a royalty deal. Even niggas that say they got JVs and all this shit be fucking fluff for a headline. Right. So it's like on average, it's an 85-15 type shit or 12% royalty, right? But what they don't tell you is that when they spend $1 million on you and you recoup, you can make $5 million. But or let's break it down even smaller. They spend $100,000 on you, and you make $200,000. You really only recoup $30,000.
Right, because you're only recouping. Yeah, it's pretty much for every dollar that. So let's say you have a 10% royalty deal. Right. Just so that's an even number. So essentially, every $10 that comes in out of 100 goes towards paying your balance off. Right. The rest of it, they just put in their pocket scot-free.
So it's like you not recoup, but we made a shitload of money. That's why.
So for you to really recoup off that 100, your music needs to make $1 million if you're on a 10% rate.
Exactly, and that's how you recoup, and then you start getting a royalty check.
And how much streams you really need to do to make $1 million off of a record or an album? It's a serious amount.
Exactly, and it's like that's why. You know, people complain about these deals, and the deal don't get restructured. What they do is they don't hesitate to give you more money.
Yeah, it's a great deal for them. It's a great business fucking, yeah.
Exactly. It's not like they didn't make no money.
They
contractually,
made money.
You just didn't recoup. Yeah. But we made money, so, oh, man, you got a problem. We love you. We want to keep
Here's another $1 million. Drop an album.
Yeah. Here goes because we made a shitload of money already.
That should be happening with so many artists that I know. Well, they'll complain, but then they'll take the advance.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, take the advance. Because what they complaining about, they need money.
Okay, cool. Here's money.
Right, here goes some money. All right.
You better tour.
Yeah, we put a Band-Aid over some shit that needs staples and stitches.
And now you got more money to recoup. You've dug your hole deeper with the label. But there is something that people, I think, have so if you aren't recouped, it's not. So I think normal people think that when they hear that if you're not recouped,
that you didn't make money.
No, that you are like in debt to the label,
right.
Like personal.
Right.
Like no, like if the label gives you $1 million and your music only makes $100,000, now you might not be recouped through your deal,
right.
But it's not like you're moving around with a fucking $900,000 debt over your head to the label.
Yeah, because they gonna write if they let you go, they gonna write you off. Like with Rock Nation,
it's a tax write off.
Yeah, with Rock Nation, they let me go, and it's like I think I fucking owed them like $800,000.
Did you see what Lil Russell said that like Rock Nation offered him like a really bad deal?
Yeah, I saw that interview.
Yeah, how was your deal? Kind of similar?
My situation wasn't nothing like that, but. You know, at the end of the day, this is business. Like, in business, people are going to do and get over with what they can. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you to catch up with it. Like, even with lawyers and shit, like, these lawyers are slick as a motherfucker.
And a lot of times, they all like they kind of represent.
They work together.
And, like, you got to kind of really find your own, like, entertainment lawyer that's kind of, like, maybe not living in L.A.
For sure.
Like...
Or somebody that's fresh out of college that's fresh, like
somebody who
with you know what I mean? Because they will try to sneak shit in. Like I done had a situation to where I worked out a deal and this motherfucker telling me, all right, everything is great. I don't like this. I'm gonna tell him this, but didn't tell me that he slipped in. I need 5% out of this deal in the contract. You tell me everything else, but forget to. And a lot of people get fucked like that. But I be on top of everything. So
because it's like I could just pay you for your hourly fee. Why do you get 5%?
I'm paying the flat rate.
Fee? Yeah.
But it's like a motherfucker. They'll court you. Oh, it's love, bro. I'm here for you. Woo woo. Let you know everything, and then still sneak in some shit under your nose. Like all this shit go on. You know what I mean? But. You can't get mad at it. It's the game. It's the
I think
game
that I see.
Playing.
Well, I noticed that too with a lot of managers.
Be on top of it.
Shitty managers will
backdoor you.
They'll force their artists into a shitty record deal because they don't got to recoup off the advance. They get their percentage scot free.
Yeah, I need to pay this rent.
So they're getting their bread. Meanwhile, you're locked into a shitty deal, and you're not going to recoup. And it's like, but the manager got paid, the lawyer got paid.
Right.
You know what I mean? I see that shit happening all the time. Where I was like some of my homies are like, their fucking management will like be pushing them to sign like shitty deals, and I'm like, bro,
because they want
it's a red flag.
And managers like that, this is how a lot of managers think. I'm the coach. I outlived the artist. I'm gonna have 30 more of you. Like the motherfuckers. I didn't heard somebody say, I'm not gonna say who, but close to him. Shit, average artist lifespan is 5 years, and woo. But that's really not the case no more, because rap done turned into rock and roll.
Right.
Too Short damn near 60, and he's still the shit. You
is he almost 60?
Yes, he like 55, 56.
How old is Sugar Free?
Sugar Free is around the same thing, 53, 54. But it's like rap done turned into rock and roll, so it's no age limit. But like people are a bad management to tell you shit like that and then put this idea in your head that you gotta rush into these fucked up situations because you only got a window. You know what I mean? But if you a brand, you gonna be here forever. Rappers do got a fucking expiration date, but brands don't.
Right. Are you pretty much self-managed now, or do you have management?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you could kind of... You know, you're one of the few artists I feel like probably don't need a manager. You have good people around you. You got a great project manager in Empire, like Gentry.
Yeah, Gentry, my project manager. You know what I'm saying? And he's definitely one of the best. Like this, doing some groundbreaking. I think Gentry gonna be one of the people that like change the game in the future. But you know, he assists me. But as far as management, man, I'm a mastermind. Like, you know, not to toot my own horn, but like I'm a hustler. So it's like I know that the game is like it's really only 10% of the music. It's 90% of how you position yourself, how you set up your brand, and how you do all this. And I was just telling somebody the other day, like, man, I only need to do fucking 15% of what a major artist got to do, and I'm getting the same money or more, and
Probably
I do
more.
what I want, and I feel like I could, like I feel great. You know what I'm saying? I honestly felt like music turned into a job when I signed. You know what I mean? And it just turned into pressure because the lights and the perception of this shit. Oh, you with Rock Nation, and just like that shit fucked up a gang of relationships with me because motherfuckers is next to me but not paying attention to what's really going on. Just like the look of shit. You know what I'm saying? So like independent is where it's at, man. Like motherfuckers.
People will sign for the wrong reasons. Like you said, it's the look. It's the like, nah, I'm on here. I get to go to the brunch, or I get, you know what I mean? It's like that shit is great, and like shout out to that, you know. But like, I think that your
life is way more important than that.
Yeah, your peace of mind, your freedom, your flexibility, all these things.
That freedom is everything. Because I wanted to quit. When I said I was retiring, I really felt like that. Like, fuck this. I know I'm a cold motherfucker. I could go make millions anywhere.
Right.
I'm a hustler. So it's like music had me jaded for a minute, and it like just being independent. I told Gazi, man, I said, bro, you gave me freedom, bro. Like, I respect you and love you for that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, you got me.